Hey there, my name is David Rosales, and this is a song called Lift Your Hands. Lift your hands up and scream and shout. Lift your hands up and get it out, get it out. Feel that sunshine come pouring through. Feel that love surrounding you. Can't you feel it? Can't you feel it? You got to forget them sorrows and live this life today. I ain't looking for an out just a hand. Well, I'm trying to get clean and walk in that path between the righteous and the weak, people and the damned. Well, I'm reaching for the sky, driving down to my knees. Can't quit, you got a nasty little hold on me. It's too much to stay away. Feel hard for them players to play. Well, I was tattered and gone, I was ready to break. Well, I felt so alone, no one there to play. Well, I reached for the sky, driving down to my knees. God Almighty, I'm ready, come and save me. Yeah. Everybody gather from miles around. Everybody's welcome now. You got to move. Oh yeah, you gotta move. Feel that rhythm and lose control. Feel that rhythm and shake you down to your soul. Oh yeah, you gotta move. You got to forget them sorrows and live this life today. Forget them sorrows and live this life today. Whoa, whoa. Hey everyone, my name is David Rosales. I'm a singer-songwriter based out of Huntington Beach, California. This tour has been amazing. Last night in New York City was amazing, the crowd was great, and we all kind of rallied around this one gentleman that decided to kind of interrupt the show a bit, kind of threatened him a little bit. It was a good time, yeah. Everybody was stoked that I got him out of there, so. Oh man, so I'm the youngest of 8 kids. I got hand-me-down music. So I was listening to whatever my older brothers and sisters were listening to. So that's from like Hendrix and Zeppelin to like Van Halen and Motley Crue. And I was the kid on the block that watched MTV way before everybody else did. So like 3, 4 years old, you know, and I'm watching MTV, and that totally skewed what I thought was cool and the world I lived in with music. Guns N' Roses was real big on MTV at that time, and I remember watching Paradise City. I just thought that was the coolest thing, the energy and the vibe. And I didn't really know what I was watching at the time, I just knew that it was cool. And so then my brother, he played bass, and so I would go sneak into his room when he left for school, and I would strap on his white Yamaha bass, and I would play it like I was Duff. So like my older brothers and sisters, they definitely influenced me. And it wasn't until later till I got into like country and singer-songwriter stuff. I'm a very much like heavy metal rock guy, you know. I'm wearing a Misfits t-shirt, you know. So it doesn't make sense. People don't know what to think, you know, when they look at me, because I'm wearing like Hawaiian Van shoes and, you know, a rock t-shirt and a cowboy hat. I love rock music, so yeah, I would say I'll mix of all those bands, and I got into punk rock when I started skateboarding. Social Distortion and you know, Offspring and you know, Green Day when nobody knew Green Day was, and yeah, just all that kind of cool stuff. Who do I follow like on Instagram? A bunch of singer-songwriter type guys. Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats are amazing. Bahamas, Bryan Adams, just singer-songwriters that really inspire, that are doing something different. Somebody asked me the other day, like, who would you want to collaborate with? And I had to really think about that. And I was like, well, there's like the dreams of, you know, hanging out with Slash and Keith Richards and stuff, and having some beers, or not having beers with them, or maybe me having some beers and them being sober and stuff. But I was like, when I really thought about it, I was like, I think Sheryl Crow, because I write for like a female when I write a lot. I always hear a female's voice, and my voice is kind of deep, so I like the interchange between male and a female duet. And so I was like, Sheryl Crow would be amazing, because she's an amazing songwriter, and I've just had a crush on her forever. Yeah. I think Die Die. I'm a big Glenn Danzig fan, like the early Misfits stuff. Yeah, so I think that's a good one. I'm more heavy metal rock than what I listened to or what I was raised on, and so it's funny. We're gonna sing a song called Babetalk. It's from my new album, Brave Ones. On the road, they were early, they were here. Then a cat, a string of hold, gripping with fear. You boys are playing Mexican blues. Right on, Mr. Horseman, go and get them 32. Cannonball rain, bonfire in his eyes. Cold and bitter wind, doing red on every side. Loved ones in our arms, all else left behind. Silent as a grave in chapel tonight. Tonight, red flag raised high over here. No port of victory, oh, death never surrender. No shall I retreat. Was quiet, then how the walls echoes of the dead and dying to the top. 13 days of glory, sacrifice, liberty. Defenders may you all rest in peace, yeah. Tonight, red flag raised high overhead. No road of victory, oh, death never surrender, no shall I retreat, yeah. Lord, hear me, yeah. Tonight, red flag rings out. Every recording session is different. You learn a little bit something different about yourself each time you go in, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. And in this writing process specifically, I was reading, Stephen King on writing, so I was trying to write every day. Stephen King writes a ton every day. He writes so many words per day. And it may be amazing or maybe crap. There's this other quote where this novelist was at a conference and she said, "I can now give you permission to write crap." Musicians, novelists I'm sure, but musicians especially, you're writing a song and you're like, oh, that's not going to be great, I'm not going to finish it. Because there are a lot of songs that you write that aren't going to be the hit song and stuff, or something that you're vibing with, but maybe you need that song to get to the next best song that you've never written. So I just kind of took that to heart and I just started writing a ton, and then we kind of narrowed them down, and I was writing from everything from historical kind of family stuff. My family was in the Alamo, defender of the Alamo in Texas, and so I wrote about that battle, because I felt like, there's enough songs about Vietnam and about other battles, but this one doesn't get the respect that I feel it deserves. So I wrote about that. I'm a dad, so I wrote about those types of family things, being a dad, just the love. I wrote about wayward souls, lost souls type of thing that have issues with addiction and different things, but there's always a hopeful kind of silver lining to everything I'm writing. The world is a hopeful place to me. I want to bring more positivity into it than dreary stuff. There's a little bit of me in each song. I'm not going to say that it's completely autobiographical, but there's definitely a little bit of me and other people that are around me. I think as a storyteller, you're constantly taking in, like a sponge, conversations here that you're hearing like at a bar, or stuff that you're having in your own life, or friends telling you a story or something like that, and you kind of mix it all up and it kind of filters out and it comes through. So there's a lot of love, loss, despair, but beautiful hope in everything that I'm writing, pretty much. The inspiration is just life in general. Like, you're, as a writer, which I take very seriously as being a songwriter, you just take everything in and it filters out. But they all have that something that you like in there. And there's a ton of stuff. When I hear the songs, I hear the whole recording process. I remember where I was, maybe this little insignificant instrument that you might be able to not hear because it's kind of mixed down low or something like that, but I totally remember it and I can hear it. And so every time I listen to it, I'm like listening for that little instrument or that little part. I think, like, my daughter asks me all the time, "Daddy, what's your favorite color?" And I always say just every color. I love the rainbow, so I love the whole spectrum. Well, yeah, I think in the way that I set up the album, it kind of goes in two kind of arches, kind of builds too. It starts out really kind of nice and calm, and then kind of goes up to a point, and then in the middle of the album it comes back again and comes back up. And so I think the way that the album's laid out creates like this sense of hope, and I think that that's what I've been talking about. Just going back here to what we were discussing is just, I think that what I want is positivity and people to feel better after listening to my record than they did before they started listening to it. I think that songs are a snapshot. They're like a picture, right? So anything that I'm putting on there, I just want to be truthful to who I am at that point. Maybe in 5 years, this album won't be me anymore. Maybe I'll moved on and whatever, but right now, this is a very truthful example of who I am. If you want to know who I am, listen to this album. On the album, there's a little bit of rock, there's a little bit of folk, country, blues, bluegrass, gospel. I listen to a ton of music, and so I'm truthful with the music in the way that I don't like to be pigeonholed. Yeah, and I'm just truthfully writing whatever's coming. So. It's natural. I'm big on just being organic and natural, and if it feels good, go with it. There's songs on here like Lift Your Hands and Free Your Mind, Babetalk, that are a bit more kind of rock based, which is my roots. I was in a hard rock band for years and stuff. But this all seems very natural. My voice kind of fits it. It just comes out real natural. Yeah, Americana just seems, I think it's just because it's a good blanket term. It's folk, country, blues, bluegrass, everything that's American roots. And like you could just call me like, oh, he's rock, or he's a folk artist, or singer-songwriter, or, you know, like kind of folky stuff. So I kind of touch on like a bit of everything, and it's all there. So feel good coastal music. Yeah, it's got a little bit of beach, but a little bit of the Southwest. Yeah, be good to each other out there, and go get this album. My name's David Rosales. You're in New York City, and this is Little Johnny Cash for you. It's called Folsom Prison Blues. Check it out. Well, I hear the train coming, it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, but I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, 'cause I keep tricking on, you know. On, the train keeps rolling on down the stage. When I was just a baby child, my mama told me, son, I've always been a good boy, never played with guns, but I shot a man in New York City just to watch him die. Rich folks eating dinner, fancy dining car, probably drinking coffee and smoking them big cigars. Well, I know I hate it coming, Lord knows I can't be free, but those people keep moving, and there's no touching speed. I'm going down, child. I'm going down, 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 down. But I got my big feet in the window and my head on the ground. Let me down, yeah. Close that boxcar door. Let me down, nice and slow like. Close that boxcar door. I'm going back to Chattanooga where I sleep on my soul, sorry snow. If they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I'd probably move it on just a little further down the line. Well, I'm out from Folsom Prison, that's where I'd like to stay. When I hear that lonesome whistle shout, it's gonna blow